All right, here are a few videos that are going to help you with some of the homework problems that's assigned in chapter 1.4. Let's take a look at some similar problems. So here in this first one, let's assume that we have data that's normal with a mean of 100 and standard deviation of 10. So remember that by definition, when the z-score is 0 is the mean, so I can go ahead and put 100 here. Now, each z-score goes up by a standard deviation, so if I was adding one standard deviation, it's going to add 10 to my mean. And for the second one, we add another 10, and for the third, another one. So you could convert these using your formula, but it's a lot easier if you understand this. And then if I was going to the other side of the mean, I'd be subtracting 10 for each one. So this one would be 90, -2 would be 80, and -3 would be 70. All right, let's look at the second one here. Using the 68, 95, 99.7 rule. So 68% of the data is going to fall within one standard deviation. Well, you can see here, that's from 90 to 110. So we could just put 90, 110. 95% is within two standard deviations. So that's going to be from this, from -2 to 2, or from 80 to 120. All right. And 99.7% of the data is within 3 standard deviations, so it's going to be from 70 to 130. All right. Here we want to convert data points to z-score. So again, normally distributed with a mean of 125 and a standard deviation of 30. So if we had a data point of 150, you can see we do have a formula that z equals the data point minus the mean divided by the standard deviation. So we can go ahead and just put this in our calculator. Let's clear this out. So we have 150 minus the mean of 125, enter that, and then divide it by 30, which is the standard deviation. Okay, so we're going to round our z-scores to the nearest hundredth, or 2 decimal places, so that'd be 0.83. Now here, for z equals 100, we'll just go ahead and do 100 minus 125, enter, and then divide that by 30. Now notice this score is less than the mean, so it should be a negative z-score. This one turns out to be negative 0.83. All right, and for 80, we'll go ahead and do the same thing. We'll hit 80 minus 125, and then divide that all by 30. So that'd be negative 1.5.